Some of my biggest mentors and supporters were definitely, my family were always extremely supportive. And although they looked at me crazy for the idea that I was saying that I was going to play music, and then I dropped out of college, and they were like, "Are you crazy?" But then I got a record deal. So somehow I beat those odds. But my friends especially were really supportive of me as well, because in my early stages of my music career, I'd perform around New York City a lot, and the only people that would show up would be my friends. So without them cheering me on and being the early fans, I wouldn't think I'd be able to do it. So I grew up loving like Stevie Wonder and the Beatles and Marvin Gaye, Jimi Hendrix, and then I got into hip hop, Tribe Called Quest. I was really into Mos Def and Talib Kweli and Common and the Roots, and then I was into like punk rock, drum and bass. I mean, so much different stuff. So I think it kind of helps inspire me to do, go around genres with music and have fun with it, because I'm just inspired by so much different stuff. Well, my music, I would describe it as pop music with inspiration from hip-hop, rock, and soul, for sure. I mean, it's not really standard pop, but I mean, it's catchy stuff, I think, so it's pop. Well, I mean, my single "Tonight Is the Night," it landed on this huge Pepsi commercial, and then I performed on the X Factor, and I performed Jimmy Fallon with the Roots, and I grew up loving the Roots, so to have them back me was an incredible experience. And then I got to do the NHL All-Star Game, and that was a trip, and it just taking on all these new things, and it's been incredible. And just the success of my first single has been really surreal. So it's been a wild ride. I'm excited to keep working, keep getting better, and just keep going. It was kind of wild. The first time I heard my song on TV was the commercial, and I popped some champagne, and when we heard the commercial, and first time I heard my song on the radio, I was actually home in New York for a couple of days, and I just was like driving in my car, and I never drive anymore. For some reason, I was driving, and there it was on Z100, and I was like, this is awesome. It was, a station I grew up listening to, so it felt pretty good. I use social media all the time. I'm on Twitter daily, ranting about something, usually. I'm really into Tumblr, actually. I've been on the road a lot, so I haven't been tumbling as much or blogging as much, but I update it all the time, just stuff that I think is cool, from art to music to fashion, whatever. And I think it's extremely important, because you just need to connect with your fans. Your fans are what's going to make or break you, and at this point, it's just about connecting on just a whole different level, rather than it just being like you're the artist, they're the listener. Now it's almost like an even playing field, and everyone can just connect with everybody. So it's just the way it is now. So you need to embrace it, or go completely against it. You can't waver in the middle. Like, I think I'm going to tweet sometimes. You either have no Twitter and you're just like, or you're like, you're on it. But I'd recommend being on it. I had no training. I am not musically trained at all, but my dad was a guitar player. So, I thought playing an instrument was cool. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then my mom was a huge record collector, not like a crate digger, but like just a massive collector of records. So I just grew up around a lot of music, and from an early age, music just sparked a whole new kind of interest for me. So I just knew that this is what I wanted to do. So I was daydreaming early, and I started writing songs by the time I was like 12, 13 years old, and was in punk bands and rapping and drum and bass emceeing, and I just was a musical chameleon. Anywhere I could perform, I would perform. So it was just all about being creative. Well, I watch the Grammys every year, and I'm it is one of my biggest goals to get nominated and win a Grammy in my career. So this year was an incredible year to see Adele absolutely clean house and truly deserve it. So it's amazing to see great artists get their due, and next year, hopefully. I'll put out my first album and get nominated. Right? Right? What's up? This is Outasight, and I'm with the Grammys at South by Southwest.